Let me read this. Text between Cohen and Melania Trump. This is October 17th. You mentioned, Hoffinger says, that on October 17th, you left a voicemail for Donald Trump. Cohen says, this is a text message from Melania to me. Michael Cohen to Melania. Good morning, Melania to Michael Cohen. Good morning, Michael. Can you please call DT, Donald Trump, on his cell? Thanks. Michael Cohen says, of course. And then Hoffinger asks, did you speak to Donald Trump after on October 18th? And Cohen responds, we will get it any moment now. We're going to find out. We're going to wait and see how this document uploads. But interesting that there was a text message between Melania Trump asking Michael Cohen to call Donald Trump directly. By the way, DT is what everyone calls him for short in text message. Cohen says, yes, he did speak to Donald Trump after the October 18th call. Hoffinger then asks, on October 18th, on the day or evening, did you make an appearance on Wolf Blitzer's show? Cohen says, I did, in order to respond to a series of topics that affected Mr. Trump on the campaign.
So he's juggling a lot of different things at this moment, Michael Cohen is. I want to bring in Jaylee Miles, who has 40 years experience as a trial consultant. She has an expertise in jury selection and witness preparation. She's worked on many high-profile criminal cases, including Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and Robert Blake. Let me ask you to, while we're waiting for this to fill in the blanks a little bit, look at two things. How well prepared was Michael Cohen? And how good a sense does the prosecution and defense have right now about where the jury might be, what they might be looking for? Does anybody know what's in the mind of the jury at this point?
Great questions. Not easy to answer. So I was surprised to be reading, I've been following along, that Mr. Cohen's been calm, answering direct questions with direct answers, keeping it short, not being emotional, not being too personal. And I think that's all also, very important for the prosecution that he does that. I mean, he knows how important a witness he is. If you want, I'd be happy to explain what we would do to prepare a witness like that who knows so much is riding on him, but I don't want to interfere with your questions.
Well, I do. I mean, we talked a little bit to Lanny Davis, who actually was involved in some of the conversations and the preparation for this. But I wonder how you think the jury might be reacting to that. It seems very calm, very straightforward, which, frankly, is a very different Michael Cohen. There was almost a pre-buttal with many of the witnesses so far who had derogatory things to say about Michael Cohen, questioning, supposedly he's a lawyer, or making other kinds of comments like that he only was a fixer because he first broke things and then he had to fix them. So I wonder where you think the jury, how they might respond to that, and what sense at this point in a trial either side might have on where the jury is.
Given that so many of the jurors get a lot of their news from all the major feeds, I would be surprised that many didn't know a lot about Mr. Cohen and what his views are, things he's said in the past. So I imagine they're very interested. Obviously, so much rides on his testimony. Are they looking for more corroboration, especially since Mr. Weisselberg isn't going to be testifying, I understand. But I think they're anxious for the cross, because if you're on the other side, obviously you're looking to get under his skin and and I hope that from the prosecution's perspective, they're going to get ahead of that and handle that before he goes for cross by the defense, because we haven't seen the Michael Cohen today that we're seeing, on his tweets, et cetera. And I think he could lose a lot of credibility with the jurors if he doesn't handle cross-examination well. And there's so many good questions that they could ask him.